Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So today for this video, we're doing a fruit and bee inspiration. So for my first project, this is number one. I'm getting my inspiration from Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots. I really enjoy her channel. I actually just usually watch her channel when she makes gnomes, but I had seen that she had made this and I thought this was super, super cute. Of course, hers is going to be obviously way different than mine because she's just giving me inspiration. Now, I'm using some paints that I got, I believe, from Walmart or Hobby Lobby. They're the apple barrel paints. So this is going to be a collaboration today with these wonderful ladies. Six Kids in a Glue Gun is our host, Crafty Art Shack. And we have a guest host this time. It's going to be At Home with Kay. She is so amazing and wonderful. You guys will just have to go check out all their channels. I've become really good friends with a couple of these ladies, and I'm just so happy to be a part of their playlist. Now, like I said, I also have this Tester Crafts paint. Those I got from Walmart, or not Walmart, excuse me. The other two I got from Walmart. This one I got from Menards. Now, I was trying to do what Sarah did with a Q-tip here, but I don't know if it's just because I had the cheapy Q-tips. Mine was not working. So I just went and grabbed a paintbrush here, and we're just going to paint on these seeds. Cute! Okay, and then I did also do a white strip there as well to kind of tie in this watermelons for $1.25. I had to do that, you know, just because Dollar Tree. I thought that was so funny. Probably not funny to you at all. But I'm going to add a ribbon that I also got from the Dollar Tree. And you guys, I got this wood box. It come in a 3-pack from Target Dollar Spot for like $5, I think they were. I've used one of them already in a DIY that I did for spring. So now I'm just going to use another one. And I really love them. They're really high quality and really nice. I almost didn't want to paint it, but I didn't want to use the Dollar Tree ones that have the holes in the side. I wasn't feeling that. So for the next one, for my next project, number 2, I got this inspiration from Camaro, Dying to DIY. Now hers says 1 in a million. I'm just doing Hello Summer. Okay, so I used that paint that I got from Menards, and now I'm just using my Folk Art chalk paint. Doing a little dry brushing over top of this. Now, I did go back, instead of wasting some painter's tape, I just went back over where I got white on the sides where the black is with some more black paint and just did that very carefully. That way I wouldn't get it all over my top of my project, okay? And then the back of it was kind of messed up on the back of mine. It was like missing a chunk of wood, so I just covered it with a piece of felt. And then here we go. I just made this on my Cricut. Actually, I didn't make this. Somebody else made this, but I got it from Cricut Design Space. And then I'm going to use a DIY sticker to put where the U was because they actually had a watermelon there on theirs. But I wanted a 3D effect, and I found these in my stash, so I'm going to use them up. Now, this is the cranberry color that I'm using. I also used that on my first DIY as well. And then the green is called Winter Green. I also used that on the first DIY. And I think the light color was lime or something like that. Okay. And then I'm painting this up a few times. I think I ended up doing it 3 or 4 times because the seeds have indented on them. And I didn't want you to be able to see those, so that's why I kept going over top of it. And then this green, I did mix a little bit with the cranberry just to make it a tad bit darker, and it will darken up once it's over the top of the cranberry like I'm doing here. Okay. And then we're just going to dry this up really, really well, and then I'm using my favorite pens. I know I say that every single time, but I'm using them in this one as well. I absolutely love these Posca pens. I love drawing with them, coloring with them, just everything with them. So here I'm using the red and the green out of that pack, the darker green. And I am going to go ahead and dry this up real quick before I add the white. The white's just going to tone down that red just a tad, okay? Super, super cute. And then I used my other favorite markers, my Tombow markers. Now the Posca pens are actually paint pens, the ones that I have, okay? And then I'm using a black Posca pen, or the Tombow marker, excuse me. And this is how cute it is. I love it. It's so adorable, okay? So now I'm just going to, I was trying to figure out, do I want it slanted, turned? I ended up just doing it straight. And I'm just using that Dollar Tree wood glue. And then, you guys, I have some great news for you. I found out where I found my craft twine. And I'm sorry if you can hear my notifications. I found the twine at the Target dollar spot. I did get it on sale. It's normally like $3 and some change. So I was happy to finally figure out where that came from because I probably bought that a very long time ago. So now I'm making a bow with the Dollar Tree gingham, cleaning up my mess. Like I said, I don't like messes. That's it. So for project 3 and 4, I got this this inspiration. Now she just used this little sunflower and just added a sticker to hers. I am going full blown here and doing a double-sided on mine, so that's why I'm saying that this one's 3 and 4 because it's going to be double-sided. Now this cute little bee I picked up from, where did I pick that up from? Oriental Trading Company, I believe it's called. And then I just cut out a piece of cardstock and traced it out just so I would know what was happening. I'm not sure why I traced the inside. Well, I guess I do. That way I would have a big enough piece. That's why I did that. Okay, makes sense. Now I'm using some maize from Waverly. Then I'm going to go ahead and use the Folk Art chalk paint. And you guys, I've had that Folk Art chalk paint for probably, I don't know, 6 months to a year maybe. And I'm down to the nitty gritty. I had to go buy a new one. So now I'm also going to paint the bee's body. Because first we painted the wings. Now we're going to paint the body, the head, the antennas or antlers or whatever they're called. And then also the body. And I'm using the Folk Art black chalk paint. And I am down to the nitty gritty. I'm going to have to go buy a new one of this soon. And then I just took the remaining paint that was left in the paintbrush to make us some realistic looking wings. How adorable. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, we'll set that off to dry. Now this I got from the Dollar Tree. Cute little wood round. And then, oops, I spilled just a tad bit too much there. That's me. Oopsie doopsies. And then you want to just like spread it around. You can use a wipe if you want, but I didn't feel like wasting any wipes, so I just spread it around with my paintbrush. And then I did take I do use paper towels that are compostable, or however you want to call that. They're brown, and I do use those to wipe off any excess. Okay. Now, I will tell you here, I kind of wished I would have ironed the fabric first, which I do, but I wished I would have ironed the whole fabric because I end up using the fabric later, and I had to iron it again. So, I think when I get these, I'm just going to iron them immediately. That way they'll be ready to go. So, I'm using a little bit of water just to kind of get this smoothed out, and then I will go ahead and use my Cricut heat pressed here. You guys, I did buy one of those little mini irons, and I'm not a big fan of it. I actually ordered mine off Amazon, so let me know if you have the Dollar Tree one. If it gets hot, because the one that I ordered off of Amazon, it gets hot, but I can still touch it with my finger, and it's not that hot. So I really feel like that one was meant for a child. So let me know in the comments if you have the Dollar Tree one and if it gets hot, because I might pick it up just to have a little one. Okay, you guys, if you're new to my channel, you know I can't stand Mod Podge. I've never liked it. It's always given me just not great projects. It always leaves lumps and blinds, and some people love that. I unfortunately don't, unless I'm doing some kind of vintage look, then I do love it. But this, I'm going for a more high-end. So I just thought in my head, how about a squeegee? The squeegee will get out all those crazy lines that the paintbrushes leave, and it works. I know I'm using fabric here, so you can't really tell, but try it on paper or tissue paper next time, and you'll just love it. This has also helped a lot of us too with the lines and stuff, to put a parchment paper over top and heat it up to reactivate the glue. So next we're going to go ahead and cut around the wood, what is that? A wood circle, I guess. And I used my X-Acto knife from Menards. Then I'm using my Tombow marker just to kind of map out where I want this at, because like I said, this is 3 and 4, so we're going to do a double-sided sign here. And I've had this glue for ages. It's down to the nitty-gritty as well. So I will have to pick up some more of this eventually. This glue is pretty strong. It's like a craft glue for like paper and wood and like all kinds of different surfaces. It's kind of strong. So if you don't like that, I wouldn't use it. But here I'm going to make sure that I get around all of the edges very well with this glue. I also don't show you, but I do use a little bit of wood glue here and there, just because I am using a wood piece, and I know this is a multi like glue, but I just wanted to make sure that it does actually stick and stay and doesn't ever fall off, you know, because who knows, I may give this away or sell it, you know, sometime. I am wanting to get my garage cleaned up and set up so I have a place to sell stuff in the summertime, especially when like Sturgis comes around here. Okay. So we put that on, and then now I'm going to do the other side of the sign. Now you notice that I'm not using the glittery, I can't even talk, the glitter part of this. I'm not a big fan of glitter. I thought about leaving the glitter on the other side, but I'm just not into the glitter. I used to be a long time ago, but now it just gets everywhere and makes a mess, and I just don't have time for a mess, is what it boils down to. So I thought, let's tie in the white and the black here a little bit with the bee. So let's go ahead and make the center of this sunflower come alive. So I'm using my white folk art chalk paint again on here. Look at this. Just starts making it pop. Now you know, you're probably thinking, wow, that's just a little bit too much. And I also go in between all of that, like so. So now we're going to bring in the black and tie it into the bee as well. We'll tone down the white here with the black, like so. And I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing in black, okay? And then to tone down the black and kind of bring back in the brown, I'm also going to go back over it with the truffle. And then I do the edges of the sunflower as well, with just a little bit of leftover paint that was in my brush, okay? And then we'll use the wood glue from the Dollar Tree, like so. And some hot glue, and voila! Done! Cute! Now, for this side, I am just using this welcome sign from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use some wood glue because hot glue isn't the greatest when it comes to metal, so I'm using a little bit of hot glue just so it will stick right now until this dries, but mostly it's going to be wood glue. And you'll see here, you just use a few dots here and there just so it stays right now. Okay, and I'm using that Gorilla wood glue, or hot glue. I keep saying wood glue. Okay, and then I have this bag of paper sunflowers that I ordered off of Amazon. And I also have a bag of bees. You'll see the bag that come with the bees later, but I also ordered that. Or no, hold on. I ordered the bees and the other sunflowers you'll see later from Temu. And then these paper flowers, or hold on. The paper flowers came from Temu and the bees came from Amazon with different sunflowers. Good Lord. I will get this right. Okay. Now I'm adding those cute, adorable bees on both of those sunflowers. We just covered up those holes on that welcome sign there. Like so. Cute. You'll see more of all this in my final reveal as well. And let's go ahead and flip that over for you, you guys. How adorable is this? I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so for my next inspiration, 5 and 6, this is me actually giving you inspiration. So I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of inspiration from myself. So first I'm using a Dollar Tree pot, and we're going to paint it with the Folk Art chalk paint. And then I got those little tiny jars off of Amazon. I'm pretty sure you could probably use a like mason jar, like the little ones from the Dollar Tree, like the salt and pepper shakers too, if you wanted. I haven't tried it, but I just had a bunch of these jars because I just liked having them around in case. But here we go. We'll just add some of that Gorilla Wood glue or all-purpose glue and some hot glue. We'll leave that sit in there for a minute. I did pop that back off so I could get that centered on there just a little bit better. There we go. Better. So this I got from from Walmart, and you see I'm only using 4 rubber bands here. I end up using 7 altogether. I was only gonna do like a little braid, like little pigtails, I guess you would call them, but I decided not to do that. I just am going to do them like this, and then we'll trim off the little loops that we had created, like so. And here I was trying to see if I was going to braid it or not, but I don't end up doing that. But I wanted to show you that you could do that if you wish. Now, instead of just doing 2 little pigtails on the side, I end up doing a whole head of hair. So, now we got all those in, ready to go, like so. I'm just stuffing it down into the side, and I'm using a little bit of hot glue. So, these pom-poms are a disappointment. I'm sorry, Dollar Tree, but they are really thin. I end up having to actually use 2 of them to create a nose. So I did one kind of on the inside with it sticking out just a bit. And then I decided that, wow, that's really tiny, and you could just, I don't know, it wasn't working for me. I wasn't caring for it. I feel like they cut them just a tad bit too small. But we're going to use it anyways, right? Going to try to use up our stash. These came from Amazon, and I'm going to use the little bees. I decided not to use those sunflowers because they got the orange in them. I think those are more fall to me. Might use those in the fall. So here I was just seeing if I wanted to have it like a sunflower sprouting out of it or just a sunflower on top. And then I decided on 3 sunflowers to go on the top here. Now with these paper sunflowers, sometimes those little things are like that are in the center are off-centered, so I pull them off and then put them back in the center. So that's what I was doing right there. Then I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue to hot glue all this on the top here, like so. And I will also cut up a few. And guys, don't use your Cricut scissors like I was doing. Gosh, I'm so silly. I just grabbed whatever was on hand. And I kind of wished I wouldn't use those scissors for that purpose. So next time I will pay attention to what I'm doing. And then I add the cute little bees because I love bees. If you guys didn't know, I have a white sunflower tattooed on my arm. And I also have a black bee as well tattooed on my left arm on top of some honeycomb. Love it. And some people wonder about my verses. I do have Proverbs 16:24. Basically, that just says to speak kind words because they're sweet like honey. And we all need to be reminded of that, even myself sometimes. And then I also have Guinness 129, which states that the seeds of the earth are for us to eat for meat. So that's why I have that. And I also have another one on my right arm with a feather that says he wraps me in his feathers. So, and that is Psalms 94:1. So you guys, while I was yapping away, you guys can put, I use my like extra candle pieces inside of these. I just unscrew the top and I set it on it's actually a cup warmer. And that's how you can reuse your candles over and over. Just cut them up into the little pieces after, you know, you burned your candle down too far. Stick them inside a little jar and set it on top of like a teacup warmer is what I use, or a coffee warmer. I have one on my desk that I use because I also make candles. So now we're just going to decorate this. This is the guy. This one I did a little different. I had a white beard. I just colored it in with my Tombow markers. And we're just going to spruce this little guy up. I did have a white pom-pom, but I colored it brown and it did leak into his beard. But you'll see more of that later. So for my last DIY today, I got this inspiration from Beth We Craft Around. She did like a sunflower pinwheel canvas art. I'm doing mine a little different. I didn't want to use the pinwheels. I'm going to use one of the pinwheels later. But I decided instead of covering the pinwheels with fabric like she did, I was going to use these. Now this is a foam sheet. I'm sorry, I can't remember where I got this foam sheet. I think it was Walmart, but please, I'm not sure right offhand. But you can use any foam sheet. I'm just using a white one. I traced out the pinwheels like so. Oh yes, this is what it looks like. So if you come across this, you'll know what I'm talking about. So here we are. I had to, like I said earlier, redo the fabric I had to iron it down there. So I wish like I said, done that earlier, just the whole thing. So I got them all covered with that fabric, and then I'm just trimming around it like so. And then I just trim around it again to give it that point instead of that like ovally shape. And then I'm just using some jute twine from the Dollar Tree to make a little like circular part like so. And I just do a little bit of hot glue, twist it, a little bit of hot glue, twist it to itself all the way around. And then I do kind of like smash piece to the bottom so it's not so thick like that. Using this to get all those little glue strings that are everywhere. My lighter to get up all those little pieces hanging around. So if you're a child watching this with your parent, don't touch lighters, okay? Let your mom do it, or your dad. Right? Then we just do this, and then the pieces that I had in the back, I just put on by themselves like so. Look at that, so cute. Now, I was having a little issues with this one on this black foam board, I can't talk right now, black foam. I'm trying to Mod Podge it on there like so, and it would not stick at all. So I end up pulling it off and using a piece of black cardstock instead, like you see here. And then I colored it in with some markers, thinking that was going to work, but it didn't really work. It just, I don't know, bled into it, and you could still see my glue. That's what I was talking about with the Mod Podge kind of stuff. You can see the glue lines and everything behind it. So I do end up putting it on some foam with the paper. And then I am going to go in and paint the black and the yellow with some chalk paint. But first I'm just going to cut out a circle for the head, and I also glue that onto the foam like so, the little cardstock, like I did the body. And then voila. Now I did paint the wings. I missed a little bit of recording there. I forgot to hit play. But I just painted the other side of those with some white folk art chalk paint. And I do end up trimming down these little antenna things because they're just way too big. Even the bee I think I made a little bit too big, but I think it'll be just fine. Here I am trimming, or no, I'm like messing around with them, and I'm like, gosh, those are so huge. So I just trimmed them down a bit, undid them a little bit, and that's it. Just like that. And I didn't show you guys painting the body with I used maize, and I used the black folk art chalk paint. The maize is by Waverly. That's what I did the body on. Okay, and then we're just going to make a cute little gingham buffalo plaid bow tie to go hide over that, because those were earrings and they had two little holes, so I just hiding those holes. But if you don't have the holes, you don't have to do that. And we'll just glue this cute little bee that is kind of oversized here, but I still think it's adorable. I love it. And I am going to use a canvas that I picked up from Michael's. It comes in like a 10-pack. I used to love to paint all the time. So now we're just going to make a little background here for my sunflower, and I'm just using that white folk art chalk paint. I'm using that blue paint from Menards and an apple barrel paint from Walmart, and we're just going to blend these in. And I'm sorry I lost the last of this footage, but I just glued the sunflower on and I added a jute cord to make it be like the stem, but you'll see it in my final reveal. And we are at that stage right now. We're at the final reveal. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video today. I just want to remind you, don't forget to watch the playlist. Go ahead and check out all the other YouTube videos that I link down in my description box as well. And I want to say thank you to Amanda at 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, the Crafty Art Shack, Charlene, and Kay from At Home with Kay. Thanks for having me on this playlist today. I really, really appreciate y'all. And yeah, thank you. Don't forget to go down also in my description box and watch their videos as well, because they're making some amazing things. Okay, guys, look at how adorable all these are. They are so cute. And I'm sorry I didn't do a lot of the fruits. Maybe next time when I have a little bit more time, but I'm a little pressed for time here lately. So, yeah, cute, super cute, right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. See all those wonderful details? I know it was kind of hard to see when I was painting it. Just makes it pop. I love sunflower and bees. They're so fun. And these are my cute little gnomes. Now, you guys, I will leave you a recipe in the comments if you don't do candles or anything like that or like candles, to where you can make a slime and it looks just like honey. Look at how cute. Now see how I missed a little bit of the video adding the stem to the sunflower. I always sign any canvases that I make, and so that's why you see that. Okay, guys, hope you guys enjoyed my video today. Don't forget to leave me a comment on which one was your absolute favorites. And yeah, for the summer, or for the fruit and the bee, which one was your favorite today? I, of course, had to add in sunflowers to the bee theme, because what are bees without sunflowers? I love them. Super, super cute. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my YouTube family, okay? And here's the girls one more time. Please, please, please go check them out. This is 6 Kids in a Glue Gun. She does some amazing things on her channel. My friend Charlene, she is awesome at the Crafty Art Shack. You don't want to miss what she's doing. And At Home with Kay, our co-host today, she's amazing as well. Go check her out. Thanks, guys. And if you'd like to connect with me on Instagram, I'd love to have you.